The Great Emu War, when Australia lost a war against birds. In 1932, Australia witnessed one of the strangest and most embarrassing conflicts in history, the Great Emu War. This wasn't a battle against another country or a rebellion. It was a war between the Australian Army and thousands of emus, large, flightless birds. Despite using machine guns and military strategies, the Australian forces failed to defeat the emus, making this one of history's most bizarre military failures. Why did this war happen? After World War I, the Australian government encouraged ex-soldiers to take up farming in Western Australia. The government provided land and many veterans started growing wheat. However, in 1932, disaster struck. Over 20,000 emus migrated into these farmlands in search of food and water. The emus trampled and ate massive amounts of crops, leading to huge losses for farmers. The farmers asked the government for help, and instead of building fences or using traditional methods, the government decided to deploy soldiers with machine guns. The war begins. The birds prove too strong. First battle, November 2, 1932. The Army, led by Major G.P.W. Meredith, set up machine guns near a water source where hundreds of emus were gathered. The plan was simple: open fire and eliminate as many birds as possible. But as soon as the guns started firing, the emus scattered in all directions at lightning speed. They ran in unpredictable patterns, making it nearly impossible to hit them. Only a few dozen emus were killed, and most of the flock escaped into the wilderness. Second battle, the ambush plan fails again. Realizing that the emus were too fast, the Army decided to mount machine guns on trucks and chase them across the farmland. But this plan failed horribly. The rough terrain made it difficult to aim while moving. The emus, being strong runners, easily outran the vehicles. In some cases, the guns jammed or the trucks broke down before they could even take proper shots. The final humiliation. After 10,000 bullets, the Army only managed to kill around 200-300 emus. Major Meredith later admitted, "If we had a military division with the bulletproof capabilities of these birds, we would rule the world." The aftermath: the emus are victorious. By December 10, 1932, the government realized the war was pointless and embarrassing, so they officially called it off. The emus had won, and the farmers were left helpless as their crops continued to be destroyed. Eventually, the government built a massive fence to keep emus away. This fence still exists today. Conclusion: a war to remember. Even today, the Great Emu War is remembered as one of Australia's strangest and most humiliating military failures. A nation's army armed with machine guns failed to defeat birds, a true testament to the unexpected twists of history.